If you had to guess what's next, what would you think?
You know, I won't pretend to understand the business side of things. I only deal with what's going to be put in front of me. I think it will be a rematch. I think it will be that. Now, I'll be getting torn apart on Twitter. He doesn't dare this and this guy's. I'm only saying what I think. But is it going to be someone else? Will it be, is Tony going to, I don't really know. But that's what I see him talking about, so that's how my mind is.
What do you think will be different in terms of the way he approaches it, in terms of like trash talking and all that other stuff?
He's never going to not be him. That's the
Right.
side of his personality, and it's a dividing line. And my parents are not mad about it, but kids in my gym love it. It's just one of
Right.
those. It's just one of those things. Conor's never not going to do that. That's like in Dublin, where he's from. There was always that guy in the class that was just sharp wit, that had the quick reply. And from the moment I met him, he was just that guy that's like, you can't make a tiny mistake around him. You make you feel stupid very quick, And I've been on the end of it.
Yeah.
But I remember that guy in school as well. And it just happens that he has a lethal left hand on top of that.
Yeah.
And then he has the look, and he's just an unusual package that it all came together. So I don't. The build up for Diaz too. He didn't stop. It wasn't like he was going, oh well, I hope I don't lose this time. And
right.
he went in with the same kind of mindset he had, and I've no doubt he would go into that fight as fully prepared as we can, and he'd be 100% sure in his mind he's going to destroy him in a round, because that's how he always thinks.
If there's another fight that would sell and that would be huge, it would be that. It would be Diaz 3.
Oh yeah,
That could be, especially if Diaz gets past Poirier.
yes.
Even if he doesn't. I mean, just that fight alone. I mean, there's the history between those two guys. I mean, that would be.
And it's so appealing stylistically as well, the fight.
Yeah.
Like I'm a grappler at heart. I love grappling, but I also understand that a jiu-jitsu tournament will put people to sleep. Even if you're into jiu-jitsu, it's hard to watch a jiu-jitsu tournament.
Yes.
But anybody can see a punch hitting someone in the head and then falling down. That's that's exciting. And him and Diaz is such a great personality matchup. It's such a great skill clash. If I was to design somebody that's going to bring the best out of Conor, you'd want someone that can hit back and take a big shot and put up at the trash. It's a beautiful fight. I would love to see that rematch.
Yeah, the thing about Diaz when they first fought was that he didn't give a fuck about trash talk. It didn't bother him at all. It was normal.
Yes.
It was like, oh, okay, we're doing this.
Yeah,
You know,
it was brilliant.
It was amazing. It was what everybody wanted to see at the time. It's because Conor was so good at talking shit, and people would get so flustered. But then Diaz didn't give a fuck, and you could tell he didn't give a fuck. It was just so normal for him, and it was like, wow, trash talk doesn't work on Diaz.
Yeah,
it really doesn't work.
Yeah, like I'd known about some of his training partners, and he's like Conor, like in the gym. He's trash talking his brother.
Yeah.
He's trash talking whoever he's sparring. It's because it's fun, and it's always just when we have Conor having a big spar, the gym will be packed down. Everybody wants to come down and see him spar, and you see, he's talking to the guy the whole way through, whether it's a close friend like Artem or whether it's someone we brought in that he doesn't know. It's not going to change him, I certainly don't spar him, but I'll roll him as if he'll trash talk me when I'm trying to do my jiu-jitsu. Shut up, but it's it's his personality.
So, what timeline do you think we're looking at in terms of his return, if you had to guess?
It was funny. I was looking at March 16th. Paddy's Day is March 17th. That's a Sunday. March 16th is a Saturday.
Oh wow!
Imagine like MSG on the Saturday night before Paddy's Day.
Oh my god!
That'd be insane.
I wonder if it's not booked.
Yeah, I was actually going to go on.
MSG's booked pretty far in advance.
I'd imagine so.
And they're doing one in November. To do two at MSG in a year.
I think you could do Conor in there every weekend, and
you could also do
just
Boston
him and Diaz
Garden.
every weekend, and it's going to be packed out.
You could do the TD Garden in Boston too.
Yeah, we've had good times there.
A lot of fucking Irish in Boston.
Yeah, more Irish in Boston than there is in Ireland.
And you could do, of course, Vegas anytime.
Vegas anytime. Yeah. But just I saw that date, but like you said, there's the big summer card as well. You have the fight week, the July card. I think probably next summer is probably realistic.